Jacoby, what exactly is it that we do?
We give the people what they want.
Yes, we do. And we start the show with Jaylen Brown dropping 40 points and 9 rebounds in a big win for the suddenly surging Celtics. What did you think about this performance from Jaylen Brown?
Big shout to the second Jaylin in the history of the NBA to score 40 points in a basketball game. Now, when you rewind this tape 25 years from now, that's not going to sound so significant, but it is today. And how about on 85% shooting? The first Celtic to score 40 and shoot 85% from the floor. And he did it in all facets, off the dribble, off the catch, slashing through contact, making shots from deep. And I appreciate how his game has evolved. Jacoby, when he first got drafted, it was to be a defender.
Yep.
It was to be somebody that was going to bring you like a level of elite defensive tenacity. And then he's developed into a terrific offensive performer. So we've seen Tatum take the leap in front of our eyes and become like the all-NBA performer. But right behind that development, Jaylen Brown has been just as phenomenal, Jacoby. And I'm telling everybody, when the Celtics get to the playoffs, watch Kemba's stat line. If he's getting me 18 or 20 a game, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown and the defensive Marcus Smart are going to be problems to anybody they face. Stay tuned.
Jaylin, you remember just a couple weeks ago, you and I were talking about what's wrong with the Celtics. Well, guess what? Since then, they've been on a tear. They are now 30-26, the same record as the Hawks, technically 5th in the Eastern Conference, but climbing quickly. And we also have an update on a superstar in the Western Conference, Jaylin. The Celtics beat the Lakers last night, but wins against the Lakers are going to get more difficult because Anthony Davis has been cleared for full contact practice. He's unlikely to play in the next couple games, but he will come back. What is the significance of Davis coming back, even with LeBron still out?
Psychologically, that he can not only return from injury, but hopefully finish the season healthy. And also physically, the opportunity to be the best player on the Lakers without LeBron James in uniform. The way LeBron James leads and how versatile he is on and off the floor sometimes can become something that allows a great player like AD to fall into the shadow, and rightfully so, of the king. But with him not being there, you're going to need big number AD. You're going to need leadership AD. You're going to need all NBA defensive caliber AD. And he's shown us that he can do it. And I think this is going to be a great opportunity for him to continue to show people that he's one of the top 10 players in the league playing with the Lakers, leading them without LeBron.
And we are getting to the point of the season where you kind of have to look at the standings and potential matchups. And you bring up the Western Conference standings again. You look at the 1, 2, and 3 are pretty kind of locked. But what you don't want to do if you're the Lakers is slip into that 6th spot where you end up playing the Clippers in the first round. The return of AD will help them do that. And without Jamal Murray, the Nuggets look like a less imposing foe in a 7-game series than they were when they had Jamal Murray healthy. Now, Jaylin, you remember our show yesterday, right? And we did this thing where we implored that the 49ers don't draft Mac Jones at the 3 spot. We said you need to take Justin Fields at that 3 spot. And one of the reasons that we said so is it's the only time he's ever going to be compared to Tom Brady. Like, he looks like me with his shirt off. I think I might look better than Mac Jones with my shirt off right now. But Jaylin, things have changed. The Caesar Sportsbook by William Hill now has Justin Fields as the favorite to get drafted 3rd, which we said yesterday. Mr. Rose, what should the 49ers do with that pick at number 3?
And you know the people in Vegas, before they put out any of these lines, they make sure they watch this program.
They check with us.
You know, we're the ear to the streets. But here's what I want to say to personalize this, Jacoby.
Okay.
The rest of the world understands that Justin Fields is an amazing prospect and he has the potential to be a great player in the NFL. But come a little closer. I want to tell y'all a secret. I went to Michigan. He went to Ohio State. And you know what I got a chance to see up close and personal? Unfortunately, him be dominant. him be great. Like, when he has a clean pocket, like, he's virtually going to connect almost every time with the receiver. Like, almost every time, like a video game, like every single time. And so if you're the 49ers and you got that defensive front four and you know that you're going to be stout on that side of the football, if you could get a guy like this that can deliver the football quickly in the pocket, look up and down, say, I'll take her.
I'll take
Do
him.
it, 49ers.
49ers, do it. 49ers, pick Justin Fields with the number 3 pick. Don't pick Matt Jones. That will be a mistake. You should never pick a quarterback who looks like David Jacoby with his shirt off. Just don't overthink the room. Just don't pick a quarterback that doesn't look like he's done a sit-up in 10 years. That's all. Don't overthink the room. Moving on to what's going to happen in close to my hometown, Springfield, Massachusetts, on May 15th. Kobe Bryant will be enshrined in the Hall of Fame, and he will be presented by Michael Jordan. What is the significance of this to you?
So Michael Jordan is the GOAT. I know it's been debated, but whenever you get confused, just think about it. A human being played basketball and was dominant with his tongue out the entire time. Just think about that. When you work out, try to have your tongue hanging out. Anyway, how about the fact that Michael Jordan, if there was an original, Kobe Bryant was the remix, baby. Like, his game, his size, the way he scored on the post over both shoulders, the way he emulated him in the interviews, like, Kobe started to be Michael Jordan. Like, there will never be a person that gets us as close to a spitting image of Michael Jordan than that guy right there, the Black Mamba. It don't matter what number he's wearing. It could be 8, it could be 24. Kobe Bryant came into the league, Jacoby, at 18 years of age in a room full of professional adults and said, I'm gonna be the greatest of all time, including MJ. And you know what? People was laughing. People were laughing at Kobe. And he probably didn't get to MJ status, and rest in peace, Black Mamba. I love you very much and we miss you. But he got close, Jacoby. He got close. And to see Michael Jordan, to be there to present him, it's going to mean everything for basketball. But it makes me a little sad.
Why? Why's it make you sad?
Because if you really wanted to do this right, you got to bring Kobe Bryant's caddy to the Hall of Fame retirement. Me, that's who. Yep. I got to be the person that enshrines Kobe Bryant. Nobody can talk about the greatness of Kobe Bryant better than me, because I was there when he had his greatest moment. I was there. I can give you description. Left hand, right hand, in the post, from the left wing, backing down, against the zone, against man-to-man, against single coverage, against double coverage. Look at that. That should be Kobe's statue outside of the Staples Center. And make sure you get my headband right when you do the statue. Rest in peace, Black Mamba. We're going to make sure that we keep your legacy alive here on Jaylin and Jacoby.
I'm excited for this ceremony because Michael Jordan doesn't do a lot of interviews. You don't hear his voice a lot, but when he did speak at the ceremony celebrating the life of Kobe Bryant, he was really well-spoken and articulate and emotional about it, and I look forward to him sort of doing that again during this important ceremony in Springfield, Massachusetts. Jaylin, I'm so excited to discuss this video with you. Sometimes there are things, the videos, that happen. Just yoked up the Bobcat and threw him across the lawn. Jalen Rose, put yourself in his shoes. If a Bobcat attacks your wife, what is your reaction?
Wow, that is crazy. I applaud his courage. Hopefully my reaction is exactly like his and not one of fear. For those that say it's cruelty, he did not seek the Bobcat. The Bobcat attacked his wife, and he was defending her. The Bobcat was later shot by authorities and taken for testing. But Jacoby, how would you respond?
I'm gone.
I want to know.
I'm gone. I hope my wife's surprised. I hope she survives. I really hope she does. But I'm gone. I will check in with her later. But I won't even be in the camera frame. I'll be way down that street running as fast as I can without even looking back. That bobcat was aggressive. It was like, rawr! You heard that? I'm out of there. No chance. This guy doesn't just help his wife. He grabs the bobcat, throws the bobcat across the lawn. Man,
but what's
if I see
crazy
a
is,
bobcat, I'm gone.
Jacoby, but at the beginning of the video, if you look to the lady, it looks like she's holding a cage. Out of curiosity, I wonder, like, what was in the cage?
Yes, I think the bobcat sensed another animal in the cage and then became aggressive.
Correct.
I know this based on my years of experience studying bobcat behavior in college. Jalen Rose,
how about
I would
the fact
run
that
away
he
from
looked
that
at the
bobcat
and gave it a tongue lashing before he threw it.
Yeah, he screamed at the bobcat and then threw him
And
across
pulled
the
out
lawn.
his pistol. And pulled out his
did.
heater.
Yes, he did. Jalen, Steph Curry, to you live above the Heineken River Deck here at Pier 17 in the South Street, Seaport District of Manhattan. Welcome back to Jalen and Jacoby. Jalen, I don't know why we do this, but we allow you to have the power to decide what we discuss in a segment that we call Keep It Moving.
Wu-Tang, Wu-Tang.
If you want to discuss the topic, just say hit the brakes. Otherwise, we will keep it moving. And we start with another win for the Warriors and another Steph Curry dynamic performance. Steph had 33 points last night. Jalen, can anything or anybody stop Steph Curry from getting 30 points in a basketball game?
In my best Tupac voice, follow me. The Golden State Warriors have Steph Curry playing like a top 5 player again. It's a disrespect to say, is he the best guard? How about, is he one of the best players in the NBA? The other thing I want to say is whoever faced them in the first round and Day-Day back getting steals and blocks and dunking again. You seen Day-Day dunk the other night? He looked like he's at Michigan State. I was like, whoa. Let me tell you something. We should do a countdown on this show. Mark Cuban and Luka Doncic and people who are complaining about the play, and they're on to something. You know what they're on to? Steph Curry going to be a problem if the Warriors get in.
Yep. He is a tough out, especially in a winner-take-all, loser-go-home one-game series. I do not want to see Steph Curry. Steph Curry had 33 last night. He did not have 10 threes last night, but you've been wondering how many times he scored 10 three-point baskets in a game. 19 times. That is 14 more than the second-place player, which is his teammate, Klay Thompson. 19 times he has hit 10 threes in one game. Jalen, when people talk about the Suns, they always talk about Chris Paul and Booker, but they got some production from another player last night. Keep moving, hit the brakes.
I know how much you love DeAndre Ayton and how you can't wait to talk about him, so hit the brakes.
It's not just the fact that Ayton had 26 points and 11 rebounds. He was 10 for 11 from the floor. 10 for 11 from the floor. And if the Suns are truly going to make a run into the second round of the conference finals, they're going to need production like this from Ayton. What do you think of Ayton's performance last night?
Well, you, like many, understood that being a #1 pick and having the potential that he had, the point guard right there was going to be able to unlock that potential. And if you notice, what happens with player development, Jacoby, if you really watch Monty Williams coach that team, if you notice, Devin Booker can idle in and out of games. They pick and choose when they try to feature players like Ayton because they want him to continue to improve, but they also know how much they're going to need him as the season progresses. And this game and that box score, if you didn't watch it, is a perfect example of them doing that throughout the season.
Jalen, very quietly, Giannis Antetokounmpo has not played for 2 weeks, but he returned last night. Keep moving or hit the brakes.
I'm happy that he's back. The Bucks are going to be a problem in the East.
Yep.
Keep it moving for now.
We keep it moving. We keep it moving.
We had the WNBA draft last night, and we had a #1 pick. It was Charlie Collier going to the Dallas Wings. Jalen, what do you think about her impact this season?
How about the fact that not only did she get drafted, but she got drafted to her hometown team. To be able to go #1 overall and to now be able to play in front of your family and friends, It's going to be a great opportunity for her to shine. Congratulations to her and her family.
Jaylin, the NFL has made an agreement with some sports books. Keep moving or hit the brakes.
Hit the brakes.
They are going to partner with Caesars Entertainment, DraftKings, and FanDuel. The significance of that is they can sort of use official team names and licenses and things like that. Jaylin, will you start betting on football this season?
I will not, because I feel like I know too much, and it'll really upset me if I lose my money when I just think I know everything about it, and then all of a sudden I bet on it and I lose. And gambling is one of those taboo things in our society.
We all saw me in a clown uniform, so we know it can happen when you think you know too much. Jalen Rose, there was a car that jumped over a bridge. Keep moving, hit the brakes. Jaylin, what is so important for this guy that he has to not wait for the drawbridge to open and then close, but he drives over it while it's going up? Where was he going? What was he doing?
That's a boss move, and I can't front. Spending a lot of time in Florida and the Miami area, there's a couple of bridges like this, and I've actually considered trying to do that. But I thought against my better judgment. He had to go to the bathroom. That's all. He had to go to the bathroom.
That's what it was. He had to go to the bathroom. Jalen Rose, we always say not to lie into microphones. You are lying. You never considered driving over a bridge that was opening up. I know you too well for that. You would never do that. Jalen, your hair is now so famous for being perfect that strangers are challenging you. Keep moving or hit the brakes.
Hit the brakes.
Look at this gentleman, what he posted on Twitter. Big O said, y'all tell Jalen Rose he has 24 hours to respond. Jalen, your thoughts?
Big O, and anybody out there, the barbershop represents the culture, the heartbeat of any community. And here's what I'll say. Make sure y'all keep posting these. I appreciate my name being a verb with a cut. But here's what I'll say, Big O. You look like you about 22, 23. I'm almost 50, dog.
Check me a quarter century.
50, dog. you gotta get on another 30 years before you holler at your boy. But I'm jealous of your beard. I can't grow one of those.
I was about to say, at least he got a beard. You're 50 years old, never had a beard in your whole entire life. Jalen, we have the projected win total of the Detroit Lions, and it is lower than even I expected. I can't wait to give that to you right after this. Less than 11. Definitely less than 11. Jalen, they released the projected total of wins for the Detroit Lions. They said the Lions are going to win 5 games, and there's 17 this year. That's not 5-11. That's 5-12. 5 wins for the Detroit Lions out of 17.
You ready for this? You asked me would I bet on football?
Mm-hmm.
Take this bet. If you can hear my voice, take this bet. We're going to get Jamar Chase in the draft, possibly too. Take this bet. I'm taking this bet. It's going to be my first one. I'm betting over
on this one too because I'll be rooting for the Lions all season anyway. We'll be back on Monday. Have a great weekend.